the biggest challenge that I face as an independent artist is not necessarily having, well, for one, the funds, the exposure, and just the sometimes not having the right opportunities to be able to spread your music as far as you want it to go. I think there are a lot of great things like YouTube, and there's things like websites, and I think it's available for everybody around the world to see. But like when you think about artists in the major labels that have like thousands and thousands of dollars to spend on a brand or a team or on marketing, it makes a big difference. So I think one of the biggest challenges would be exposure and financial stuff. What I love about YouTube, and in general the internet, I love how people have the opportunity to listen to somebody that they choose to listen to. I think that the big trade-off when it comes to being an artist on a major label is that you're placed on these radio stations and you're placed on TV and all these things, so you become things that people are going to hear throughout their day, regardless if they want to listen to it or not. So I think with YouTube and I think with all these online platforms, it gives people an actual opportunity to say, I want to listen to this, and then they go to it and they listen to it, and I think that's a beautiful thing for me, is that you actually gain listeners based on them really wanting to listen to you. And of course, YouTube has things like related videos that people nowadays can pay to be placed as a related video or to be seen the second you open up YouTube or whatever. But for the most part, it develops loyal fan bases, regardless if it's big or small. And I think that's what I really like about like YouTube and all these things, is that I know that the people that stick around, if I look at those views, they're equivalent to actual people that would support me if I were to go somewhere, or they really like my stuff, or they would support me if I go somewhere. So I really like that about YouTube. Okay, well, for one, I didn't know I was gonna like the piano, but there was a keyboard at home, and my dad bought my mom a keyboard, and I just remember being this little kid, and the second I touched those plastic keys on my keyboard, just to hear sound, the sound is just a beautiful thing. And I remember growing up, my friends would say, hey, let's go out, let's play. And all I really wanted to do was sit down on the keyboard or piano and just learn songs, because I realized every note, well, everything that I pressed was a note, and it would sound like songs that I would hear like on TV, on the radio, and I would say, like for some reason my mind would just be able to pick it up easily. So I play by ear. And when I grew up, and the reason why that I got into guitar was back in high school. It was easier to, you can't bring a piano around, really, honestly. It would be cool if I could bring a pocket-sized keyboard.
So was it self-taught or rental classes?
No, self-taught.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I was just one of those kids, like I said, I was kind of those weird kids, just one of those kids, oh, I want to learn how to play this, and I was I'm a problem solver, so if I want to learn something, I'll learn it, regardless if somebody's listening or not. And then I got into high school, I started playing guitar, and I don't know, for some reason, because my music started getting out on the internet, I was known as an acoustic artist, and really, my first love, regardless if anybody's listening, is the piano. My Uncle Robert, who is one of my big influences, he's a piano player, singer. He does a lot of weddings, and in his time, he would say, he looks at me now and he goes, I remember being in your age, and I remember traveling just like you, and I have a lot of respect for that, because they didn't have the internet back then, but like he had enough passion in his life, no pun intended, he had enough passion in his life to be able to continue doing something, and people noticed that he had something going on, so he traveled just like me, he saw the world, he just throughout his life, he just got to be able to see the world, and he's, even till this day, one of my biggest inspirations in music. I mean, okay, I know that YouTube wasn't, like, the way YouTube is now wasn't how it was in the beginning of YouTube. I mean, you look at any cover video nowadays, it's like fully produced. It's like, you have the angles, you have the lights, you have
it's pre-recorded, you know, and it's perfect. You know, a lot of times people are looking for perfection in their videos. Me, I don't. Well, for one, I don't have the luxury or budget to like always make crazy videos. But for the most part, you know, I think I feel like some people feel a little intimidated that for them to want to sing a song or even just do a quick cover, they're a little intimidated by all these videos that they see out. I think that people shouldn't wait to be perfect, you know? I feel like if you have a song that you want to sing, if you have an original song you want to sing, if it's just you and your phone, if it's just you and, you know, a little webcam, still put it out. Because when I first started doing music, it was me in this dark room singing my song Lemonade when I was like 17 years old, you know, and it was this really ghetto, bad quality video, but that's what started me out, you know, and I feel like people underestimate the power of music. It's music. It's, at the end of the day, yeah, YouTube is video, but if you're gonna do music, then make sure that the music counts for it. You know, don't just think that, you know, you have to be production ready and all that stuff. So that's an advice that I give to people on YouTube. Just don't wait to be perfect.
I'm currently working on a new album right now. I've been writing about 5 or 6 songs in. Probably gonna do get 15 to 20 and then pick a good 12 songs for the album. So when I get back from tour, I'm actually gonna start a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when can we expect the album to be out?
Hopefully a month before Christmas. You know, it would make it a good Christmas gift. You know, people want to buy new music. The gift of music to me is my favorite gift is giving music. So by the end of the year, and then but more details once I actually officially launch the Kickstarter.
Can it be like a genre of food or just a one meal?
Sure. I think the cuisine.
Japanese cuisine. I like Japanese food, but I like chocolate cake. So, Japanese food and chocolate cake, I would have to say. That's my favorite. Yeah. Random fun facts. My favorite sport that I like to play is ultimate frisbee, which is not a common thing, but it's a sport in America that not many people play. One of my favorite things. Let's see, 5 random facts. I'm a gamer. I like playing games, like Call of Duty, like stuff like that. Yeah. So on my spare time, I like to bang bangs, just play games. Oh, I'm a last minute packer. It's a bad habit, but I pack the last hour before I fly anywhere. And I rush everywhere, but I'd rather do that than like be ready for some reason. So that's kind of a good thing for me, I guess. Let's see. Fun fact. I once fell off a stage before. While I was on the piano, I literally, the chair was near the stairs, and I fell off the stage. So that's probably.
Are you hurt?
No, it was just more embarrassing. And say one more or 2 more? One more. I know how to speak German. Yeah.
Self-taught too?
Nice. No. A little bit. I learned from different people. Yeah, so cool. Is that it?
You have a space.
Facts. Man, I wasn't prepared for this. My advice to
Alright, go.